uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Once again, you're tuned in to World Combat Sports. From what I hear, man, it's fight night. From what I hear, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching this DAZN card. From what I hear, it's fight night tonight. But you know what it is, man. Big salute. Grandiose. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledgement to the supporters of WCS. I always appreciate it. We're going to talk about some things, man. You know what it is. If you're in the building, you choose to hit the like button. So be it, shouty. You know what I'm saying? So be it. Rock with the channel by all means necessary, however you choose to do so. All right? So what we've been waiting on, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting on Devin Haney to sign on to face George Kambosos, from what I'm hearing. And I guess today is the deadline for that to happen. I want to stay positive about this transaction. I'm just hoping it's nothing else that we don't know about on the outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? The reason why it's going down to the final moments. Because like I tell y'all, every time it's boxing, it has to turn into a freaking, parking lot carnival. You know what I'm saying? It has to be little bootleg tricks and shit. And goddamn unemployed magicians. It got to be all this shit when it comes to boxing with passing the word. You know what I'm saying? It always has to be some trickery to it. Last minute, suspense, climax. It does nothing because the fight is not tomorrow. I don't know why it just can't happen. Like when shit's supposed to be signed, cool. When shit, is signed and the contract is sealed, why can't it be talked about right away? You know what I'm saying? Like if the fight is 8 weeks away from the day it's announced, in boxing, why does it have to be that, the promotion has to announce it and this, that, and the other, or they leak it to one of the Twitter beings, to leak the actual fight, so it can be broken to the mainstream media or whatever. But for the Devin Haney situation, man, we've been waiting anxiously to see if it's signed. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's supposed to be signed tonight, let's just say 11:59 hits. Well, let's say 12:01 hits, and the contract it's not signed. Then what? What are we talking about, man? If you really want to fight, damn, this shit shouldn't be taken to the last minute. From what I'm hearing, he's taking less money. You said, listen, people. This is why I'm a bit flustered. You understand? It was said on TBV that give me what Vasil Lomachenko gave you. You do anything it takes. You even give him money out your pocket to get it. So why are we still waiting? It's late afternoon. Why are we still waiting on this, man? When was the contract sent? You know what I'm saying? It's 5:19 right now. Was it just sent over 5:18? You know what I'm saying? 17, 18 military time? Was it sent then? Why isn't the contract signed yet if this is the fight? Are we waiting on something to happen to see if it's one last discharge paperwork that needs to be done of Lomachenko? What are we waiting on, bro? That's all I'm saying. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. You know what it is, man. We have several topics right now. You know, I'm really hoping that Haney Kambosos fight gets signed because I really want to see this. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm reporting as I always do. And I figure if, you know, Bill was on TBV saying he'd go in his own pocket and make the fight, this, that, and the other, then when it's time to make the pen dance, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be an issue. That ink should just lay on that paper so smooth, rhythmic. You know what I'm saying? Just like calligraphy, goddammit. That shit should just lay down a signature straight. After your attorneys look it over and everything, boom. Send that shit back. Or it might be a DocuSign. You know what I'm saying? You may not have to do anything. It might be DocuSign. You know, put your signature online, boom, press send. Everything's straight. But if you're in the building, if you heard any other word, are you close to the camp? Let me know if the fight's been signed. Of course, you need to give me your source. You know what I'm saying? I kind of let this shit just ride out, you know, downstream a little bit and see what happens. That's all. Check out the details over in my YouTube my YouTube description. And I put some of the press release details in there about the fight card that's going on tonight. Super welterweight contender and rising star Tim Tszyu makes his long-awaited U.S. debut when he takes on U.S. Olympian Terrell Gausha. All right, this is going to be a 12-round showdown that has headlines action on Showtime at the Armory in Minneapolis in the Premier Boxing Championships event. So, also, that's on that card is Michel Rivera, dueling fellow unbeaten Joseph Bless Hands or Adorno in a 10-round co-main event. You know, hard-hitting super lightweight contender Elvis Rodríguez facing Juan José Velasco in a 10-round telecast opener. I'm reading line for line on the press release that was sent to me. So y'all be sure to check out that card, man. You know what it is. It should be pretty interesting. You feel me? Tszyu versus Gausha. I couldn't believe Gausha knocked out my boy Jamonte Clark. You know what I'm saying? I was really looking, you know, the way I thought that Jamonte Clark would actually do fairly well in that fight. I've always had high expectations of Jamonte after seeing him in there with Sebastian Fundora. I say, damn, you know, he did really good in that fight. But I wouldn't expect him to get knocked out in the second round against Terrell Gausha. I had the opportunity to talk with him up in Cincinnati when I drove up for the Golden Gloves. Shout out to Over the Rhine Boxing. Shout out to Christine LaRosa, Michael Stafford, you know, Levi the Cutman. Man, all them cats up there, all the boxers up there in Cincinnati, all them amateurs that was up there. Yeah, I went up there, drove 7 hours through the mountain. Went up there and covered Golden Gloves, man. What a damn good time, for real. That was a nice-ass amateur show. And then, of course, you got to see some of the professionals, you know, roll up in there. But it was all about the youngins that day. You can see some of the pictures on my IG. You know what I'm saying? You can see some of the pictures on my IG. But yeah. Check that out. But Gausha, man, Olympian. This is a big fight for him. This is a really big fight for him because Tim Tszyu is making his debut in the U.S. footprint, and it'll be nice for Gausha to shut him down. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice Gausha to shut him down. Real talk. I just want to see a good fight, but you know, Gausha, This fight right here can take him to bigger and better things, man. Seriously. I mean, a lot of people are just giving Tim Tszyu every favorable, grade that they can based off the strength of his father's name. And I totally understand that. I totally understand, but he's gonna have to do it for himself now. To be honest, I don't think this is gonna be an easy fight for either fighter. For real, I think Gausha is gonna be perform much better than what people's giving him credit for, dog. They just hear the name Tszyu and they say, "Oh shit, Tszyu! Oh my god!" I mean, he's not his pops. His pops is not in the ring no more. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give credit to Gausha for improving off that Erickson Lubin fight. That shit was ambient. You know what I'm saying? That shit was ambient melatonin. That shit was hypnagogic. That's a $10 word. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Hypnopumpic. That shit was sleepy. But ever since then, man, I gotta give him credit. He stepped up and did what he needed to do. I'm rooting for him because he shut down Tim Tszyu. Then it's on the bigger and better things, man. Real talk. It's on the bigger and better things for Gausha. So Gausha, go in there and get that motherfucking win, dog. Go get that win, big dog. Seriously, go get the win. Fight smart. Tim Tszyu gonna go in there and try to stop you, bro. Point blank, period. Chad Perez on deck. I see you. Chad is asking me what time is the Tim Tszyu fight. The Tim Tszyu fight is the main event there, Chad. Per the thumbnail, is Saturday, March 26th, 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Eastern Standard, 6 p.m. Pacific, live on Showtime. So I guess, the main card is going to kick off. And then, like Showtime did, Tim Tszyu and Gausha is going to be later in the night, man. It's going to be later in the night. Real talk. Appreciate you pulling up, though, Chad. Hoover on deck at WCS. Salute. Salute to you there, Hoover. Tszyu, Gausha winner versus Bad News Conwell. Ooh. Hoover trying to get right down to the winner. Faces Bad News. Charles Bad News Conwell. Ugh. That'll be a good one. Because I don't know if people forgot. People must have forgot. Charles Conwell is at 154 now. And he is a situation. You know what I'm saying? Charles Conwell is a situation. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I truly believe Charles Conwell is going to be champion at 154. I don't think it's that far off his boxing optics that he's zoomed in to get the big name. You know what I'm saying? Get him in a square and let the world see him perform again before he get that championship fight. It all depends on what happens with, Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. So whoever wins those titles, because I doubt it's going to be a draw a second time, whoever wins those titles, I don't know if they're going to defend those titles once or they're going to vacate and move the fuck on. Either way, it's a paycheck out there. You know what I'm saying? This Jermell Charlo is definitely a paycheck. And if it's Brian Castano, it's a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Brian Castano might be more inviting to face a Terrence Crawford if he wins the title, more than, Jermell Charlo, talking about the little boys want to come up for 147. I think the way Brian Castano look at it, he'll love to step in the ring against a Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Have that name and grace the square with him. I think that's his, that'll be his mentality. Of course, especially after stepping in there twice with Jermell Charlo and you get the win in the rematch. But for Jermell Charlo, if he gets the win, I'm for sure. I don't think he's going to entertain it, especially after he said his stablemate, he can vacate the titles and have him go out there and win them. That shit was motherfucking selfish to the damn tilt right there. So we don't know what Jamel Charlo is gonna do if he win the titles. I already told you my game plan, whether people take it serious or not. I'm looking at, the business. People mention Al Heyman name all the time. It has to be a point in there where if Al Heyman allowed Errol Spence and Sean Porter to fight, well, why can't he let two other brothers fight again? You know what I'm saying? That'd be great. That's all good there, Chad. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'm kind of peeking in, and looking at this zone fight. Josh Warrington. Fight in the main event. Martinez versus Warrington too. So let me see who's in the ring right now. Okay. Spence say he got 2 more fights in 147. That's what we hear right there, Hoover. That's what we hear. But listen, I'm not trying to moonwalk away from this topic of discussion when it comes to what Errol Spence is saying as if he's lying. I just want to wait and reserve all of my energy to see what it is. By chance, post-fight conference, he beat Yordenis Ugas. What is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? What is he talking about? Like the post-fight conference, this is only one way it should go, period. I've heard rumors of this, that, and the other about post-fight and who can't get in the ring, who this, that, and the other. Errol Spence got in the ring against Sean Porter. Okay, let's let that sizzle, right? So knowing that he got in the ring and said what he said, after this fight, if Errol Spence wins, of course, to build this fight up, it should be Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence right there in the ring, just like the meeting they had when Bob Arum and the whole crew, the inner circle, was there and they was talking their shit. This would come full circle because at that time he said, why wouldn't he take the easy route and go knock out Sean Porter? Okay, cool. Now that shit is all over with. Terrence Crawford did knock out Sean Porter. So now you get the next belt. Terrence Crawford jump in the ring. Y'all promo the fight. Y'all get us hype. And then everything else is going to be popping later that night on YouTube. Thumbnails are going to be motherfucking blasting, shining like a falling star. And people are going to be tuned in and say, yeah, finally. Every thumbnail you look at is going to be post-fight conference. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. That's how it's supposed to be. But I can't understand boxing now. If Errol Spence makes it to the fight and beats Yordenis Ugas, and all we see is Errol, I mean, I don't know, man. Look, this is the perfect time hearing that Terrence Crawford may indeed sign with PBC. This would be the perfect time to face them off and get us some trash talking. You know what I'm saying? The way it used to be. Get us some pure, genuine, sincere trash talking behind these guys to build up this shit. Build up the fight we've been talking about for 100 years. We've been talking about this fight 100 years in reality and virtual. So it's no other way to go, man. Fuck it. It's no other way to go. Bud and Thurman, if he beats Ugas, Bud really doesn't have to face anybody else if Errol Spence beats Yordenis Ugas. It's totally up to Team Crawford. To be honest, I don't know what their plan of attack is on if they plan on putting the fight in between. If it's Thurman, I seriously doubt it. But you never know. You never know. You never know what the plans are. I mean, just look at it. You read in one release that Terrence Crawford may sign with PBC. You know what I'm saying? And then you hear that Errol Spence has 2 more fights. One of them is Yordenis Ugas. And we have no idea, no inclination as to what the second fight would be. But we all know that next month is on the horizon. It's on the horizon. So according to what happened with this this fight right here, who's the winner, will tell us a lot about the rest. Errol Spence will tell you if he's the winner. I know you're Denis Ugas. I know if Ugas win, he definitely is going to be on board with fighting Errol Spence. I mean, Terrence Crawford. He's going to be on board with that. Errol Spence, I really don't know. I've been hearing money. You know, you heard the shit earlier this year. You know, with them talking about he's going to want some insane amount of money. And what did I tell y'all? I said that shit could just all be a ploy for them to ignite a firestorm on the media, you know, as if the fight's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? To get people to talk about it, to get people to salivate all over again about this motherfucking fight, all over again, over and over and over again. And they said that shit early this year. So now we pretty much less than 30 days. You know what I'm saying? From this Errol Spence Denis Ugas. We're not going to really be satisfied till fight week is upon us, man. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's only this is the chessboard right here. It's only so many variables that can go down. Errol Spence makes it to the fight. He wins. He calls out Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, if he's there, gets in the ring. Denis Ugas wins. You know what I'm saying? He calls out freaking Terrence Crawford and said, let's make the fight. That's simple. It's nothing complex about this, in my opinion, unless Errol Spence wins. And then we're trying to figure out who Bud Crawford's going to sign with. Is it truly going to be with PBC? For how many fights? We don't know. And if by chance it's undisputed, he's talking about 2 more fights. So will it be a rematch? If it's Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, will it be a rematch in that fight or not? Will it be a one-quitter hitter? You know what I'm saying? They go in there and meet one time and then they go their separate ways. The loser doesn't get a second chance. Who knows, man? Because, you know, Errol Spence can sit up here and say he has only 2 more fights. But when he loses against Bud Crawford, if that's the case, I don't think it's going to sit well with him to move up to 54 and be cool with that. I'm just saying. It doesn't look like it'll sit well with him. But it maybe so, man. Maybe, you know, post-fight he'll say, I just like Teofimo, I've been down here too long. And you know, it's been hard making this weight cut. Shit, you know, it looked like Errol Spence is on weight right now. I don't know what his scales are saying. It looks like that dude is on weight right now. He looks pretty shredded, and he's pretty cut up. That can be good and bad, man. Because now when you work out, you have to make sure you're not burning off muscle. So when you're on scale this early in the game, you have to ensure that you continue to take in a certain amount of protein. I mean, you got to be very, very smart and down to the meticulous protein calorie intake, measure the food, and make sure he's not burning muscle. Because that's difficult to hold that weight like that for that long. Like in between my contests, man, I had to actually eat some steak and shit and let my body recover before I jump back into another contest to start cutting weight again, you know, going and doing cardio twice a day. You know, you go through mood changes, man, your body, your chemicals, you know, you can become chemically unbalanced, your sugar levels and all that shit. Yeah, it's a lot that goes in. And then you're working out in the process of losing weight. So let's just say, you know, he's at 150 right now. I mean, that's low, being that you still have the amount of time before you step in the ring. And you're sparring and you're working out. You just can't stop running miles now. You just can't stop jump roping. You can't stop Training. With training, you're gonna do what? Keep your metabolism at an elevated level and continue to burn calories. So he has to be on time with his meals. He has to be on time with his water consumption level, all that shit. If he's not, Errol Spence can drop down like 145, 144. And because he's so lean, he can start burning off muscle, which may affect him, once he get to the ring. Another thing they can do is on fight week, they can increase his proteins since he's been eating, let's say, chicken, fish, light, fast burning, so-called meats or whatever. Next to the fight, they can kind of build him back up. So, close to weigh-in. So his body can start soaking in and absorbing all that high protein that, his digestive system they might give him a little bit of red meat since he's already on weight, possibly. And so his body start, soaking up that protein, knowing that red beef is slow digestive. And so he can go in there and feel strong, like his body's now gaining weight. It's almost like a rehydration period. You know what I'm saying? He can eat the protein, but yet he's not consuming the water behind it. Look, nutrition is deep. I ain't trying to go in that motherfucker, but nutrition is deep. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Nutrition is deep as shit. A lot of people can damn drop weight, but when it comes down to doing it properly without burning muscle mass and without your body going into some type of shock and breaking down, because it can happen. Logic on deck. What's good with it? He said, Spencer Ugas, which fighter is more likely to make a direct call out to Crawford in the ring if victorious? I think after what we've seen in the past with Errol Spence, saying he don't know why Crawford's at his fight, this, that, all the hoopla behind that. I would think Yordenis Ugas would be more, you know what I'm saying? He would be the one to call out. I don't think it'll be anything disrespectful. I think he would be more astute to say, yeah, it's that time. I was able to do it. I'm ready to go ahead and try to fight for this fourth belt. Let's get it in, Terrence Crawford. Where you at? Yeah, I think the people bite onto that. But they really take a chunk out of, Spence Crawford, though. Because people are sit up here and they are bemused, man, enamored of Errol Spence. He's a heavy following out there, man. So they definitely want to see Crawford and Spence, bro. That's just what it is. Logic. That's just what it is, bro. But that's still up the road. We'll see. I don't know if y'all was able to watch One Championship, but my boy Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, you know what I'm saying? The one of the GOATs of mixed martial arts with a record of 23 victories, 4 losses, 1 defeat. Demetrius Johnson, before he went to the UFC, his only defeat was Brad Pickett. Anybody know who Brad Pickett was? Strong fighter back in the day. I mean, very tough. And he that happened in WEC World Extreme Championship. And he came into the UFC and he was fighting 135 and he was very small at that point in time. So they didn't even have a flyweight division at that time. And his loss was to Dominique Cruz, who's one of the best bantamweight fighters in mixed martial arts. So therefore, he lost to Dominique Cruz. Look, one thing I must note that Demetrius Johnson has never been submitted. Dude is bad. All right. So he lost to Brad Pickett before coming to the UFC. We know the WEC was phased out and a lot of those fighters transferred over to the UFC. In the UFC, he lost to Dominique Cruz at bantamweight. But when he went to flyweight, he pretty much did his own thing. He was undefeated at flyweight for a long time. He defended his title, 11 times and broke Anderson Silva's record. The last guy to have success, so to speak, before he left was the one and only Triple C, Henry Cejudo, the Olympian gold medal wrestler. Henry Cejudo, in a rematch with Demetrius Johnson, damn near 2 years, I believe, came back and defeated Demetrius Johnson. And then, like I always mentioned before, Demetrius Johnson was traded out to one championship, and Ben Askren came into the UFC. The only time this trade has ever happened like that. They traded fighters. Demetrius Johnson went to one championship, one fighting championship, and then Ben Askren came over to the UFC. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy wild, man. You know what I'm saying? He came over here, and you already know what happened. But for Demetrius Johnson, he went over there and continued to win. And then he went in there against Adriano Moraes. Woo! You don't know who Moraes is. It's not the same Moraes as in the UFC. Adriano is a beast, man. And one thing I like about them championship fight promotions is that their rules are different over there in Japan. Like, you can actually knee opponent to the head while they on their ass or both knees on the ground. Look, let me break this shit down to you, because that's what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't talk mixed martial arts a lot, but it's still in me. Pretty much I can take you to a situation that happened in the UFC. We have the ONE FC, we have the UFC, right? And we're talking about the rules, which differs from promotion to promotion, right? We have overseas, which you're able to knee your opponent while they on the canvas. It used to be over there, you can kick them in the head too. You can kick them clean smack in the motherfucking temple. It'd be like Rodtang and shit. It'll be like Ronaldo. Shit. It'd be like playing football. You kick them in the head, football style. But anyway, they banned that. So you can knee your opponent while they're considered a down opponent in the US. That means one knee, both knees. You could be on your ass, sitting on your ass, and then come over there and knee you in the motherfucking head. That's what happened to Demetrius Johnson. And he suffered his first defeat since leaving the UFC. You know what I'm saying? So we had Brad Pickett, we had Dominique Cruz, we had Henry Cejudo, and then Adriano Moraes kneed him kneed him while he was down, which is legal, and he ended up defeating him. Well, guess what? Like I said before, we have a situation that's going on with Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan. Somewhat similar events, right? Aljamain Sterling, in my opinion, was breaking down. Peter Young, they want to call him. His first name is Petr, Peter. He seemed to be breaking Aljamain Sterling down, and this was a bantamweight contest. And something went on where it seems like Aljamain Sterling was playing, duck, duck, goose. And he had one knee on. He was trying to play around down there and be a downed opponent and try to play around, maybe to get Petr Yan to engage in him in jiu-jitsu, which he's not a slouch on the ground either, Petr Yan. Or Aljamain Sterling could have potentially tried to agitate Petr Yan to do what he did. So when Aljamain was on a knee and shit, Jan's corner told him, knee. They called out for that strike. And Jan struck him, man, with a knee and got disqualified. All right? So check this out, though. I just told you this shit is legal overseas. It all depends on who the commission is. Like a lot of shit you can get away with Florida boxing, you can't get away with Georgia. Shit, Georgia is different than New York. Anyway, Aljamain Sterling gets the belt. He gets the same energy, bro, that Timothy Bradley got when he got them um earned that win over Pacquiao when they thought he didn't win. I mean, they vilified the fuck out of Aljamain Sterling, right? And I've never seen this happen in my time to cover mixed martial arts from the inception. Aljamain Sterling, bantamweight world champion, is not on the pound for pound list of the UFC males. Can you believe that? You have Davidson Figueiredo on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's 125, right? You skip over the 35 because Aljamain is the current champion. I like Aljamain. Shout out to Funkmaster. I like him, man. He's paid his dues. I like him. I don't know what's going on with him and Peter Young. I like him as a fighter. Then you have Alexander Volkanovski, 145 featherweight. Then at 155, we all know Charles Oliveira beat Michael Chandler for the championship. Boom. And that was previously was held by Khabib Nurmagomedov, who was like 29-0. He retired, and now he's running his promotion Eagle FC. Why do you say Eagle FC? Because it's Khabib Eagle Nurmagomedov. Okay, moving on to 170. 170, we're looking at Kamaru Usman. You know, the same one who defeated, Tyron Woodley and has defended his title like 5 times already. All right. Next is Israel Adesanya at 185 middleweight and so forth. I mean, you have these divisions over there. But now, it gets a little fuzzy because all these other champions from 125 to skip over 135 to 45, 55, 70, 85, 205 and heavyweight are all on the pound for pound list. Aljamain Sterling is not on there because whoever's making that list feels some type of way. Like they may think that he just was playing around and shit, trying to be antagonistic and try to pull out or invoke an illegal strike. And guess what? It happened. So why my man is not on the motherfucking list, I have no idea. I have no idea. He's the only champion that's not on the damn pound for pound list. You have non-champions that's sitting in the top 10. Not Aljamain Sterling. Look, even Conor McGregor, it took for him to lose again to Dustin Poirier to get knocked off the list. You know what I'm saying? He haven't had a title in such a long time since, he came off that Floyd Mayweather fight. And he was still holding down the number 14, 15 spot at one point in time. But Aljamain Sterling, no. Anyway, my boy Demetrius Johnson, man, he fought Rodtang Jitmon Nung, if you pronounce his name like that. Very tough Muay Thai fighter. I'm just gonna call him Johnson and Rodtang had a special rules fight. Was a 4-round fight. The first and third round was Muay Thai rules, 3 minutes apiece, and then the second and fourth round was MMA. So of course, Rodtang, this dude is vicious. This dude is a beast, and he started off the first round, and it was tough, for the Demetrius because he can fight now, but this was a Muay Thai rules only. That is the specialty of Rodtang. You know what I'm saying? So Demetrius had to fight through that shit. He had to make sure he get to the second round, which changes to mixed martial arts. And we all know with mixed martial arts, your target, your range of targeted strikes is from the head to the feet. So what he did was, knowing that he had a tough round with the Muay Thai specialist, Demetrius Johnson waited to Rodtang through that kick, changed levels and went in for the takedown. Now, Demetrius Johnson, if he takes your ass down now, you're talking about just a split second. He's going to be working for a submission. Look what he did with Ray Borg. A flying armbar like that. I can't even say it's a flying armbar, man. This shit was different than the usual flying armbar when you face to face. This one is where he picked him up and slammed him in midair. He transitioned into securing the arm, and then when he hit the canvas, he ended up locking in the submission. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, man, before Rodtang knew it, Demetrius was had back control, and he had a pretty nice choke going. And being it was Rodtang, he wasn't going to go in there and choke. I mean, he wasn't going to go in there and tap. Some guys just have too much pride. Even though they feel that oxygen and that consciousness leaving, they ain't going to tap. They'd rather go to sleep than sit up there and tap, because that means you quit, you surrender. And some of them guys over there like Rodtang, they don't play that shit. So Demetrius put him to sleep, tapped him out in the second minute of the second round. You know what I'm saying? I like shit like that. Like, I love overseas combat. Love it. When Pride was in effect, oh man, Glory, when they had the damn Grand Prix over there, oh man, that shit was beautiful. It was beautifully brutal. That shit was beautifully brutal. I can imagine if I really was on my shit and being able to be on my media shit back then. But being in the military, you got other shit on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You got your Japanese girl with you. I mean, these Filipino Japanese, it don't matter, but you on some other shit. But anyway, I've seen some good fights, man, but they operate off different rules over there. And that shit was very entertaining to watch. But shout out to Demetrius Johnson. Oh man, OG GOAT. OG GOAT, man. Demetrius is a Hall of Famer already, obviously. I don't know, man. I don't see him coming back to the UFC for anything. Even to fight Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo has improved so much, and he's retired right now. You know what I'm saying? He's retired right now, so I don't know what's next for Mighty Mouse, but god damn it, man, I want to give you a big salute for doing your shit, bro. Let's see who's up next. The ladies are up. And it's a secret to hold on for a second. You have Roman and Bridges this up. I know this via audio, on the zone, how they have a louder audible of crowd noise for their fights, make it seem more real time. You know what I'm saying? Give you the actual rise and flexion of the crowd noise. Now, it can be actual crowd noise or it can be fake. It seems like it's real authenticated crowd noise in real time. And that's just, one of the ways they broadcast. They let you hear the crowd noise. And a lot of promotions down here, you don't hear the volume. You don't hear the amplification of the crowd noise like that in these fights. But the zone, they set up different. They want to give you that real time effect, man. When people cheer, when people boo, you know what I'm saying? They want to give you that real time effect. Ladies going at it right now. Bridges is in what seems to be the lavender. You know what I'm saying? Bridges is in the lavender, and Roman is in like the gold trunks. This is reminding me of Stephen Fulton and Angelo Leo. These ladies are battling out close quarters. You know what I'm saying? Digging to the body. this is a close quarter fight right now. Very minimal defense going on from either fighter. And that is the end of that round. Let me take this down. But what else is out there? If somebody get any different news while I'm on live, man, about the Devin Haney situation, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm curious. I want to know. Seriously. I would definitely like to know. Canelo Bivol is, doing what it do. I'm gonna tell you, people, with Canelo Alvarez, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a whole nother Star Trek motherfucking reboot with Canelo goddamn being Dr. Spark. If he goes up there and unify the motherfucking 175-pound division, I'm just giving you heads up. Seriously, I'm just giving you heads up. He goes in here and beat Bivol and fights Beterbiev. If Beterbiev beat Joe Smith, oh my God, dog. I told y'all before, it's going to be a new Star Trek reboot. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be in the motherfucking stargazing of media. Canelo going to be floating up there with his hand behind his head like, I am the shit. I make the most money. You have to give me something that's of value for me to select you, goddammit. Because this guy goes up here and unify. We're talking about a guy who came in at 140. But his first championship was 60. For him to go up there and potentially, if that is the case, unify 175. And I don't know the time frame or even if it's on his itinerary, but if he unifies 175 with a Bivol and a Beterbiev, like, look, people gonna become a bit crazy because when he went up there and fought Kovalev, I don't know what the fuck happened with Kovalev. For him, all of a sudden, to do the Scooby-Doo stanky leg, motherfucking Tom and Jerry, got down with a little road runner mixed into that shit. But he stops him in the 11th, right? And then, for him to return back up there and sweep that division too. Not a sweeping motion as if like he did at 168, obviously, because this broom handle would be a bit shorter for him. It'd be a lot less maintenance, in my opinion, when it comes to the quantity of the work he has to put in as far as how many champions he have to fight. It will have to be Bivol and it will have to be Beterbiev if Beterbiev is indeed victorious over Joe Smith. We don't know. So if he goes up there and unifies the 175-pound division, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all, dog. Because every time you turn on, I mean, the brown boxing fans are going to be motherfucking jumping up, trying to call up Beso and go on a space mission and shit, so they can plant the Mexican flag up there on the moon, even though they ass to burn the fuck up. They're going to be trying to try anything. Is there any way we can put a satellite up there? Can we send a plane up with a motherfucking flag off the back? A Mexican flag? Can we do something? Can we put like a blimp in every state? He goes up there unified there, but second division, dog. It's gonna be crucial, bro. You ain't gonna be able to tell him shit. Then the third round. Very solid infight, man. Roman with the high guard. Her shit is armored down right now, man. She's playing the peekaboo. And then she wait for the activity to stop. And then she lands her hooks on the inside. I like how she's digging to the body. She's not really head hunting. That she will. She go two up top to the head of Bridges. Bridges is banging it out too now. And this is very draining too for both to keep up this type of tempo, man. They going at it, dog. Bridges is not giving no space, man. Good head adjustment on the inside by Bridges. I see you, Shouty. I see you. I see you too, Roman. You got you wearing the phone and shit. Got the earmuffs on. Boom, digging two uppercuts to the body to end the round. That's good shit. These girls are banging it out in that motherfucker, boy. God damn. Shit. Look, I don't know how long it's gonna last. I don't know if they're gonna make it to the final round. But right now, that shit entertaining as hell, dog. The zone trying to put on some shit with the women. God damn it. Maybe this has encouraged Al Heyman to sign some women. I don't know if you're gonna get the same response, but these women right here, they land some punches for real. They activity rate on the inside. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not sloppy, man. It doesn't give you that female in the schoolyard type of scrap. These girls are actually, sound with boxing, landing their shots. It's not a slapping motion, the palm, the inside. We in the fourth round, man. Bridges in the somewhat like the purple trunks and Roman in the gold. Nice jab, by Bridges. Comes with the two, lands up top. Jab lands for Roman. They go at it. They start off the round with fundamentals, and then they get right back. Close quarters, man. And good defense, a bit from Roman. Them arms must be taxing because, regardless if she have those earmuffs on, she's being punched in the arm. She's trying to protect her ribs, but still she's taking punishment on them biceps, bro. Oh, nice right hand lands by Roman. Oh, whoa, ref, you didn't see that cross. Okay, he corrected. God damn, you can't get no more blatant from that. Bridges cross-faced the shit out of goddamn Roman. Nice work by both women on the inside, man. This shit is grueling that they putting in work. But that's the shit Rolly's gonna do, the tank. He's gonna try to anyway. He's gonna try the crossface. Oh my God. A hook to the body straight up the middle with an uppercut lands for Bridges. Very, very smooth. Very smooth. Pop the head back. 1-1-2 by Bridges. And man, Roman makes her pay with a damn 4 to 5 punch combination. There she go again. Hook to the body uppercut. Hook to the body uppercut. She said you're gonna have your earmuffs on. I'm coming up and slicing that shit up the middle. Good work. Nice right hand lands for damn Bridges to end the round. Good shit. Damn. Andrew Charles on deck, man. What they do there, Andrew? Salute my brother. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. Man, this is a good fight. I wish somehow, if you chose not to monetize your live stream, you can show the actual reel. You can spin the reel while it's in real time. Because this fight right here is very, very entertaining, to be honest. Very entertaining. And then, of course, in the main event, we have Martinez versus Warrington 2. Martinez got the better of Warrington in the first. So, man, 5th round on deck. And we are dealing with the women. So, it's 2-minute rounds. And this is a 10-round fight. Who going to keep the belt, get the belt, whatever. Good distance from Bridges to start the round. Nice 1-2 by Bridges. Return with a right hand by Roman. I don't think either has significant power, but what they do have is tenaciousness. Great work output right now. And they're fighting a very high intensive fight, man. Hooks to the body, hooks on the outside of the guard, uppercuts, doubling up on their jab. Nice body work by Roman, man. Digging to the body. This is like a sparring session, bro. Ooh, nice work there, Roman. See, the one thing about it, like when Roman lands, right? Like both of them, if they land a multi-punch combination, like they put a barrage of punches together and they land, they just stand there. They're trying to be conserve their energy in the process, but they just stand there and get hit on the return. Oh man, that another right hook to the body, uppercut. Man, she's lighting her up with that shit, bro. I'm gonna see if she's gonna make an adjustment to stop that, because it may not be affecting her as much as it looked when her head pops back. Like she's getting tagged with that right hook to the body uppercut. I'm in round number 6, Mr. Paz. You know what I'm saying? Round number 6 just started. Round numero 6. And they have Bridges ahead every round. It's been a shutout so far, 50-45. That is the scorecards that they're presenting right now. Of course, it's unofficial. Nice right cross lands for Roman. Man, Bridges come back, bang to the body. Stiff jab lands for Bridges. She's being active, finding the target. Very active. Very active and very accurate is Bridges. Right hand lands over the top for Roman. Roman seems to be tired and breaking down a little bit, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, because she's choosing not to engage, at the distance that we seen early in the fight. Here we go again. They close quarters right now again. Bridges is digging to the body. But really, the lead that Bridges has, she can box her from a distance because she's having success. Her hands is just too active right now for Roman to do anything. Roman is still holding the guard, even at distance. Bridges' body work is tremendous right now. Very surgical. Nice head movement to avoid that left hand that was sent your way. Right hand lands for Bridges, man. Very solid. Both ladies come together, man, to end the round with a flurry of punches. Nice round. It's just the women has to do away with these 2-minute rounds, bro, because time the fight gets interesting. I mean, it's over. Like you would see when they know it's approaching that 10-second. You know what I'm saying? Like they speed it up, and then it gets good, and then the bell ring. But how about putting some 3 minutes? I have to give it up to Amanda Serrano. She called Katie Taylor out, say, let's give the fans what they want. God damn it, let's go 3-minute rounds. 12 rounds. It's for the championship. 3 minutes a round for 12 rounds. Let's do it. No, I don't want to do that. You're doing too much there, Amanda. You're doing too much. Like Katie. My name Katie. I do what I want. Shit. Man, we in round 7 right now. Man, Bridges is on, bouncing around on her feet. Looking fresh, man. 1-2 from Bridges. Bridges is very fluent, bouncing around. Seems like she still has good energy. You know what I'm saying? Jab up top to the body. Roman comes in with a punch flurry and then stops punching. And right when she stopped punching, Bridges make her pay for it, man. For real. When she clock in, clocks out, goddamn Bridges takes advantage of the pause, man. Damn, that was 4 jabs in a row by Bridges, man. This girl is running on diesel tonight. Nice head movement too, girl. Keeping your head off center. That's what I'm talking about, Bridges. Nice head movement. Look, Ramon, she's game, obviously, but she don't have the work rate to keep up. Because she got to keep them hands up, else she's getting stopped. She still haven't been able to stop that hook to the body uppercut. You know what I mean? That's still popping her head back. Again. Her team said, keep going to that left side of that body and coming up 12 o'clock. Roman is getting pushed back. Seems like she's breaking down a little bit. She takes a longer break now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the round ends. Just imagine if that would have been a third round. I mean, a 3 minute, another minute in this. It would have been something crucial, man, for Roman, because she seems like she's breaking down. Sky Nicholson, 2-0. Teach on deck, man. What it do? Let's see. Women's boxing still isn't as solid across the board when compared to the women's MMA, but it's catching up. I don't know. They got a lot of catching up to do because the women MMA has been at this damn standard for quite some time now, Andrew. They've been fighting 5 minute, three rounds. You know what I'm saying? And 5 minutes per round, 5 rounds in the championship, equal to that of the men. Now the pay may not be as equal. That may come a bit later, but yeah. Andrew, on facts, it's been improving a lot in the last 5-6 years. It's not really going to jump over that boundary that they have of respect, from the boxing fans until they go to 12 rounds and 3 minutes per round, man. Yeah, title eliminator. Appreciate that info, bro. I like how Bridges is moving around. Yeah, Bridges is beautifully moving her head, man, off center to avoid some of those counter shots once she's take a pause from Roman. I just see the work rate breaking down Roman right now, and it's the 8th round. I don't see Roman being stopped in this fight because neither of these fighters have a that type of power. But man, good work by Roman, man. She's digging deep. And then Bridges comes back, man. That good defense. I see you, Bridges. God damn, she doing that Joe Frazier, dog. That George Foreman, Joe Frazier type defense with the blocking the shots with the elbows and shit, man. We see you, girl. For real. Damn. It's a firefight in that motherfucker. Full clip unloaded, dog. Jeez. I don't know if y'all looking at what I'm looking at, but goddamn, this is a damn good fight, bro. And they, it don't matter if they don't have power. This is a damn good fight with the action. What the hell? Shit. I mean, I think this fight, I actually got my DAZN pay. You know what I'm saying? I got my pay from the zone on this motherfucker before the main event even come up. We still got to give credit to Lee. Lee Woods and Michael Conlon. That shit was a banger, man. That shit was a motherfucking banger, dog. Fireworks for real. Fights WCS, if the time increased, we will also see way more knockouts, which will bring fans in. Absolutely, man. When that 2 minutes, come on, that 2 minutes is most of the time that it's getting good. The fight's getting good. The action's getting good in the ring, in the round rather, and the bell ring. It's like, what? Okay, unofficial, they gave Roman the last 2, 7 and 8 round. Oh, she lands a 1-2. And damn, Roman is scrapping, man. She's like, shit, I felt that. I got to give you 20 more on top. Damn, she ran that punch count way up on the return. Damn, Roman touched Bridges with a clean 1-2, man. I swear to God, she had to unleash about a 10 to 12 punch combo. And all them joints was very, very surgical, dog. Ooh, shit. God damn, these girls are in a battle royal, god damn it, with their hands. Left and right etiquette. God damn. Both of these fighters have very respectable cardio. Very respectable cardio, man. And once again, you're looking at 2 minutes per round, but still, their cardio, you have to give them a salute for that shit. It's becoming a little bit more slappy, slappy type display a little bit because they still, want to give the fans something. But both of these girls are fatigued a little bit from the output, and now it's just letting their hands go, and it's a less linear. You know what I'm saying? Man, nice right hand slipped under the right. She dumped off her right hand on Roman, slipped under Roman's right hand. This is a good fight. Last final round right here should be final round right here. You heard? I believe this is the final round right here. Yep. Teach on deck. Salute to you, big dog. Pass say battle of the leg tattoos. Man, dog, this has been battle of the work rate tonight. But I see what you're saying. Both of them does have leg tattoos. You know, that is indeed true. Nice work on the inside. Minute 15 remaining in the fight. And 3 left crosses, man. Bridges digging. Roman's digging on the inside. Both of these are putting in construction work for real. Plowing. Man, both of these girls, they just throwing caution to the wind right now. No defense, very minimal defense. The punches probably don't have too much on them, but when you fatigue, you know, they're gonna hurt a little bit more. 40 seconds remaining in the fight. These girls are tough, man. I like this action. 25 seconds remaining. Both girls are, slowing down just a bit, of course, in the 10th round. They still throwing, though. 10 seconds. Let's see who's going to unholster the last clip. The final rounds in the clip. Nice uppercut by Bridges. Bridges step back to create space, man. Let them hands go. Damn, Roman returns it. God damn, ladies. Good fight, man. Bridges looked the heavier fighter, but Roman is walking her back a little bit. Yeah, in the later rounds, Bridges might have been getting tired a little bit. Who knows? But good fight by both fighters. The WCS, do you think the improvement of women's MMA is because of the fact that BJJ is a cultural thing in Brazil? So basically, they grew up learning it. Boxing is not a cultural thing. Well, I'll tell you like this: like, there's plenty of people, whether they're from Brazil or the U.S. or any other neighboring country, they pretty astute and well schooled in BJJ. I mean, it's pretty much transformed itself. It's so many schools in the U.S. now when it comes to BJJ. I don't think it has an influence as to it being a cultural thing as far as competition, because you just don't have Brazilians dominating BJJ the way it used to. That was when a lot of people was naive and clueless about how the system worked to the grappling art. But now people are. They're trained. They're well versed. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times in mixed martial arts, you don't even see BJJ play out the way it used to. Like, you might have a high level wrestler come in here and compete against a BJJ practitioner. And, on paper, it looks like, okay, this guy, the wrestlers don't like being on their back. This BJJ guy should have a win. And then it comes to find out it's a bit more harder even to get the takedown from the BJJ. It's according to what level they are. Are they school BJJ? Are they competitive BJJ practitioners? It's different. Those who are in school, who train up under their professor, they different than competing. Going to the Pan Ams, the Nationals, the World, qualifying for the ADCC trials. Man, they have who's number one. They have SUG, Submission Underground. They have EBI, Eddie Bravo invitation. They have IBJJF. The list goes on, bro. We know Roman. We know Roman shit, but yeah, good question. Good question, man. I'm asking because to me it seems like female Brazilian MMA fighters are the best. Well, let's take a look. Like Amanda Serrano, Juliana Pena is not Brazilian, but she currently holds the title at 135, formerly held by Amanda Nunes. Now, Amanda Nunes is still 145-pound featherweight champion because she was champ. Now, if you move down to 125, Valentina Shevchenko obviously is not Brazilian. And we already know at 115, Thug Rose Namajunas is not from Brazil. You know what I'm saying? So, in that slate of champions on the female side, it's not the case. Even before that, you know what I'm saying? Wally Zhang, she's Chinese. MMA fighter. And then, Jessica Andrade had her moment beating Thug Rose Namajunas. And then, of course, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, she's not Brazilian. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, she was reigning for quite a bit, and she's not Brazilian. But even look at this right here. Look at the champions that's on the male side. Look at the heavyweight. Francis Ngannou, Ghana. Glover Teixeira, okay, we can put him in there. And then Israel Adesanya, Ghana. Kamaru Usman, Ghana. Charles Oliveira, Brazilian. So that's two champions, right? And then you go to 145, Alexander Volkanovski, not Brazilian. Aljamain Sterling, black. And then 125, you got Davidson Figueiredo. You know what I'm saying? I believe Davidson Figueiredo is Brazilian. So you have 3 Brazilian champions on the male side, which has a total of 8 divisions. And then on the female side, you have a total of 4 divisions. There's only 1 Brazilian, 1/4 over on the women's side. And then it's 3/8 over on the male side. You know what I'm saying? But appreciate you popping that. You know what I'm saying? People usually don't ask questions about that. But appreciate that, Mr. Pads. Now, Bridges is pushing her back. I thought Roman had a good rally in the 8th. She did, man. Roman was fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. I knew she had a belt. Good scrap. Congrats to Ibana for winning her first title. Yeah. I knew it was a belt involved. For real. I be who I be on deck. Salute to you, big dog. WCS, what up, OG? Peace and blessings always. Salute to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to yourself and fam, bro. C Wood, salute World Combat Sports. Salute to you, that C Wood. Good to see y'all pulling up. I don't know how long I'll be on here, but Hannah Gabriel in Bridges Corner, solid interview you did with her. Hey, appreciate that, man. Look. Much respect to Hannah Gabriel, man, because when she walked in the room, she has that presence about her, that aura. Not stuck up, but she's extremely prepossessing. All right. I'm very fancy with my when I want to be ostentatious and grandiloquent. So people, because you got dudes on this YouTube shit, right? They goddamn screen record and try to have you, that was disrespectful to a female boxer. So therefore, she came in there and I asked her, I say, do you mind me getting an interview? She said, yes, I don't have a problem you getting an interview after my husband. So I was like, okay, that's what it is, because her husband was fighting on that card too. But he didn't speak a lot of English. But I did interview him, and I think I put it up there, if I'm not mistaken. He had a translator. But when it came to Hannah Gabriel, man, one of the best female interviews. And I haven't had too many. I try to. I don't know what it is. I try to give y'all women the lens time, but Hannah Gabriel had one of the best interviews, man. She talked her talk, very classy, approachable, elegant. Man, shout out to Hannah Gabriel, man. Appreciate the drop. Shout out to her husband, man. Do they train in Ghana? Well, look at it this way. Some of the bigger schools, of course, are in the U.S. So we know Kamaru Usman's been training over here in the U.S. for quite some time. And I'm pretty sure that Francis Ngannou and Israel Adesanya train over here too. They probably train in both places, but some of the larger, well-known schools are here in the U.S. footprint. Nice UFC card here in my hometown, Columbus, Ohio. Nationwide arena, but you know I'm boxing first. Yeah, man. Got Curtis Blades on deck again. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually looking at the UFC card, but I didn't want to cross thread. I just decided not to do that. Post fight interview for Bridges. It's a good fight. Good fight. W says, did you catch the Azim fight on versus Juma on the card today? Dude knocked down his opponent with his third thrown punch and knocked him out within like 25 to 30 seconds of the first round. Did he look like he's supposed to be in there? Did he look like a soft touch or whatever? Because you know that is something that's very common in boxing. Did he look like he's supposed to be there, or were we going back to Estrada versus the soccer mom? You know what I'm saying? Did he look like he's supposed to be in there? Because when Estrada knocked out the soccer mom, she was 5-0, I believe, and she got crushed. Was there some similarity there, Mr. Paz? You know what I'm saying? I think old girl name was Atkins, wasn't it? Miranda Atkins. She knocked her out in 7 seconds, bro. I knew it was quick. She knocked her out in 7 seconds. The soccer mom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She got put to sleep. She never should have been in there with Estrada, man. Just something like that. Look, Atkins, Miranda Atkins was age 43, dog. She was 5-0 at the time. I could have sworn she was 5-0 at the time, man. And Estrada goddamn blasted on her, man. Knocked her out in 7 freaking seconds. Yeah, she was 5-0. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Estrada was 18-0. 18-0, dog. And this was supposed to be an 8-round fight. World Boxing Council silver female light fly title. And Miranda down in the first round. Fastest knockout in women's history. Now, Estrada is going to have the fastest knockout in women's history. But she ain't going to have no bragging rights over that shit. Because she fought a fighter that never was supposed to be in there. Never was supposed to be in there with somebody like Estrada. 5-0 versus 18-0. Not too much the numbers, right? But the experience and the level of boxing was gapped tremendously. And she could have lost her life with that shit. Almost similar to my Astray and Michael Fox, man. You know, he wasn't like 2-3-0, and Fox had like over 12 professional fights. He had a pretty good amount of experience too, but the Olympic experience played a role. But Fox got it done, but he was robbed. So that shit ended up being overturned, or was it? I don't know if it was overturned or whatever. They ruled a no contest, but yeah, it was fucked up, dog. But to answer your question, Mr. Paz, no, I didn't watch it. I was doing something else at the time. I did not watch it, bro. The dude got knocked out. Looked like he should have been in there. Horrible hand positioning. He might have been a soft touch, man. Like really. Like that's the poison of boxing. Long as they still allow you to come off the couch and take a very minute medicals, very shallow medicals, get a blood test. As long as you don't have HIV, you know what I'm saying? As long as you don't have HIV and you pass medicals, you're gonna continue to see guys come into boxing, whether they choose to be something special or not. I mean, they don't have to have any amateur pedigree to get a boxing license. That's just boxing, man. I've seen it. He was getting punched and didn't even put up his guard. Man, that's crazy. And they don't even check for marijuana, meth, coke, flocka, fentanyl, crack. You know what I'm saying? They don't check for any of that shit. Motherfucking go in there high as a motherfucking bird, dog. Flying upside down. And they say, he's gonna be okay. Rolly put out a little clip today demonstrating his power. He got some legit pop. He could knock someone's head off. He catches them slipping. Like what? Where you see that at IG? Because it was on the mitts there, Andrew. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't put no emphasis on no mitts because it's according to the mitt holder. It's according to the mitt holder. A mitt holder, experienced mitt holder, can make that shit look incredible, bro. I've seen dudes back in the back. You would think a motherfucker was popping off a 22-38. Pop, 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 pop. And then I say, shit, his opponent don't have a chance. And then go the entire distance. It's according to who holding the mitts, bro. Let me see if I'm looking up on IG, bro. Let me see. I don't know where that was. Let me see. Rolando. He's live right now. Rolly's live right now. Let me see what he's talking about. Rolly got on his tie-dye shirt. You know what I'm saying? Rolly got on his tie-dye shirt. Rolly up here talking about bet all your money on him. Let me go see what this clip at. Okay. Okay. That's not the Rolly show. This. Okay. Okay, so Andrew, what I'm saying is you might be talking about him on the mitts. Look how straight up he's standing, though. Look at that shit. He's sitting down on his punches, and his chin is up higher than it should be. Yeah, he has some legitimate pop. I agree with you on that. Rolly has some some poison on them gloves for real. He has power, but with power, you have to be willing to set yourself up to be defensively sound for a counter shot from a fighter like Gervonta Davis. Because if you get off on Gervonta, he's definitely coming back. And the only thing that I'm gonna be singing back here, can you stand the rain, rain, rain? Can he stand the rain, baby? Because it's gonna be raining punches. That chin up in the air like that, somebody flying a fucking kite. For real. Gervonta might fly a kite on Rolly. That kite is his fucking chin. So we'll see, man. I like how Rolly's promoting himself, though. You know what I'm saying? I like how he's promoting himself. That I still think that video that I put on my IG of him doing all this motherfucking choreographed head movement and Matrix type shit like he's Neo. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's gonna work, bro. Like your punches are punching downward to the chest area. And your guard is mad open too. It's like the Golden State Bridge up in that bitch. His guard is just like motherfucking open highway. But let me go back to his live and see what he's talking about.
All your money honorarily. Coachella, I went to see Jada. She went to see Z Trip. Perfect.
Let me ask him a dumb question. Let me see if he's gonna even answer me. Look, one thing I won't do, people, is stay on the boxer's live that's up there drinking a drink and goddamn ignoring the comments. Anyway, on to the next. Who you got, OG? Tim Tszyu or Gausha? I'm going for Gausha there, IB. I'm going for Gausha, bro. You excited about the return of King Ray? Stop it, bro. Stop it. With the weekend comedic stand-up, dog. We already seen what happened with Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop. I'm looking for the King Ray. King Rye, or whatever they call him. No. It is what it is, man. He's coming back to face that fighter that everybody's just beaming about. Emmanuel Tago. One loss. Man, come on, man. You know, he's underneath the Bella, who is also with Camp. Man, come on, dog. He ain't winning that fight. Unless it's a shocker. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see no knockdown, and then all of a sudden Tago becomes defenseless. He becomes vulnerable and goes up against the rope. We see the same shit we seen with damn Luke Campbell. Or he goes in there, a guy who has one loss, and Ryan Garcia knocks him out in 3 rounds. I don't want to see that shit. Yeah, it was a little mid work. Didn't look like a guy was assisting too much. Come on, Andrew. What? Wicked, what? Come on, dog. That's what they have to do. You know why they have to assist, Andrew? Not to say that you don't know this, right? But they have to assist a bit so the fighter won't hurt his shoulder. It won't pop their elbow. They have to meet him. I mean, they have to. You have to get used to that impact. You can't look. I'm gonna tell you. People who would say this, that, and the other. I go to the gym, this, that, and the other. And then you ask them, okay, hold mitts. Like I love hitting the mitts for a little bit without any gloves or anything on. Just to, keep the knuckle set, feeling a certain way, deaden the nerves in your knuckle set and everything. But I don't know, man. Like, not everybody know how to hold mitts. Because the fighter shouldn't be punching the mitt and it's damn near back where your ear is at. That shouldn't be the case, man. It was only like 2-second clip. Like I said, Andrew, like I don't put too much emphasis in mitts because I've seen dudes go in there and I'm hearing like this shit is Mardi Gras, bro. Like it's a pop, 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 pop. Like damn. Like they're really letting off outside. And then they go in the ring. You don't hear that. Why? Because it's contact to contact. You know what I'm saying? Velocity meet velocity. And if you have the proper mitt holder, they can really, give you that motherfucking orchestra, that symphony that you looking forward to with the mitts. They can make that shit sound good. Good takedown. Nice back control, man. Oh, man. Way to pull her back. Put the hook in. What are they, in the second round? Just imagine the women is fighting 5-minute, 3-minute rounds, man. Rosa versus McCann is on deck right now. But I don't know how mitt mitt works outside of watching videos, but a lot of times it looks like the guys holding them are hitting back just as hard. They're not hitting back just as hard. They get a feel for the fighter. You know what I'm saying? They get a feel for the fighter. And then they will adjust as they see fit. You know what I'm saying? Because not every fighter has the same power, obviously. So they got to get a feel for the power of the fighter. You're not going to just go in there with someone who is has limited experience on mitts, and they're starting off just trying to get the feeling and the rhythm down. They're gonna take it light with the contact, and then when they're able to damn improve and get more experience with mitts, you'll see that mitt holder start to speed it up. You know what I'm saying? Speed it up and meet them with a little bit more resistance, and that's when you get that pop 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 pop. That should be sounding real nice and crisp. Are they up yet? Is Warrington them up yet? Let me see. Yeah, they walking out now. I think Martinez is walking out. Yep, Martinez is walking out right now. You know the crazy part about MMA, man, you can get taken, your back taken, and it can be 3 minutes left in the round. That's still enough time. That's ample amount of time for you to work. You know what I'm saying? But looking at Rosa, man, she has a body triangle on McCann right now. So McCann is just going with the two-on-one action, so that choke wouldn't get any tighter. You know what I'm saying? She going on the 2-on-1 to stop that arm from getting any tighter. And she's gonna put that arm. She's gonna put her head behind it. The one that she has 2-on-1. She's gonna move her head to the back of that and attempt to try to turn into it. But that body triangle is tight. Everybody's leg, the length of their legs are different. Like her foot is slipping out. There it is. Now she transitioned to an armbar. She let it go to transition to an armbar. Beautiful transition, but she's up against the cage. So McCann is feeling the armbar. Rosa has it locked in. McCann has it locked in. Rosa's on top. She stacked her up from top position, but her arm is very tightly secured. So she's going to land some knees, which is legal, to the body. But she has that arm pretty tight. 17 seconds remaining, though. She almost had it, though. That's BJJ, man. You know what I'm saying? McCann allowed Rosa to escape, to transition to another submission attempt. And it worked out, but there's not enough time in there. The round ends. Okay, Josh Warrington Martinez in deck, man. You talking about Alexander Volkanovski defeated UFC legends. McCann got this one, just the better and stronger fighter. Yeah. That was a beautiful takedown and transition to back control. Even though she wasn't able to get to the choke, that's why you gotta watch BJJ, because it's thinking ahead of time. So when she felt her foot slipping out of that body triangle, which was on the right side of Rosa's body, she saw that it was happening, and Rosa was going to turn into it. She immediately let it go and transitioned into an armbar attempt, which is very smooth. She got her shit on tap. She's been with the mats. You can tell she's been working on the mats for real. Not every mixed martial artist put in that mat time, bro. Oh shit! Rosa came out with a flying knee, and McCann goes in for the double. Okay. All right, nice. Oh, she gives up her back. Bad move. She's back in the same position, and it hadn't got up out of the first minute of the round. McCann is no joke now when it comes to wrestling. That's what she does. That's what McCann does. I still look. I still don't know how she got tapped out by Ronda Rousey as quick as she did. But McCann, that's what she is, man. She's a motherfucking wrestler, dog. So far, she has time to work. Rose is working back to her feet. McCann is trying to climb the back. Wow, she's in a standing. She has back control. She rotates the arm to her left, which is good. This is going to make it difficult for McCann to stay on the back. 2-on-1 control. McCann puts the arm back and try to work for that choke. This is a lot of energy being used on both fighters, especially Rosa. Rosa is fighting those arms, man. Because if McCann is able to even get close to freeing her hand and lock in a choke, she's going to roll back. Oh, nice by Rosa. Oh, McCann dumps her, man. Her wrestling is just dominant right now, bro. Nice punches from the back. Rosa's getting just outworked right now. Real talk. Nice elbow by Rosa. McCann has a body lock right now. She's a more dominant wrestler, so wrestlers used to being in this position. And it's 2:55 already, you know, approaching 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Rosa has to do something. Oh, she throws McCann to half mount. Oh, shit. This seems like it has just taken a turn. Let's see what McCann does. Nice up kicks. Oh, nice, solid up kicks. Rose is about to get her ass knocked out. It looked like she's trying to secure side control right now. Half guard. You know, McCann has a butterfly hook in. They can use a butterfly hook to sweep, control their opponent. Rose is a bit sloppy on top. I'm not gonna lie to you. She fuck around. She might get knocked out. Don't let her up, bro. She's gonna take you down again. Okay. All right. I like that. Attempted a cartwheel entry. You know what I'm saying? Cartwheel entry. McCann is able to get full guard. Rose is on top position. McCann on bottom. And we're still waiting for the Martinez Warrington introduction, y'all. That's what's up, man. I'm about to look at these fights, man. I'll probably be back on a little bit later, though. Man, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Turn up.